Primary, welcome to your maths video for Friday the 19th of June. Some of you today are going to be finding a quarter, whilst others are going to be doing equivalent fractions. So we're going to start with the mild version and look at finding 1/4. So when we think of a quarter, okay, we've got the word here and we've got the fraction. So if we've got 1/4, it's 1 out of 4. So when we're finding a quarter, we are splitting something into 4 equal parts. Okay, so it could be split like this, so down the middle and across the middle into 1, 2, 3, 4. Or we can split it different ways. So if I draw a rectangle, okay, I'm going to do a little one up here. Okay, I can split it a different way. So I could split it down the middle again. And I could split it like that. Okay, so I've got, get my pen. I've got 1 out of 4 there, and that's 1/4. And I've got 1 out of 4 there, and that's still a quarter. Okay, so it doesn't always look the same, but a quarter is where something has been split into 4 equal parts. And that's why we've got the denominator is always 4 when we're splitting into quarters. Okay, so here it says circle a quarter of these objects. So we've got some shoes here. We've got the circles to help us. I'm going to come on to them, but let's look at the shoes first. Let's see how many we've got all together. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So in total, I've got 8. Okay. Now, if I'm finding 1/4, that's 1 out of a possible 4. So I need to make 4 equal groups. Okay, so I'm going to look at my picture and think, how can I group them into 4 equal groups? And I'm going to have a little go and see if it works, and if not, try again. Okay, so I'm going to group them. Oh, I'm going to do those. Like that. Oh, I've only made 2 groups, so that doesn't work because I need 4 equal groups. So let's try again. Okay. Or if I group them differently down. Okay, I've still only made 2 groups. I need more groups. I need to make sure I've got less shoes in each group. Okay, let's try it this way. Got 2 there. 2 there. Okay, so I've made 1, 2, 3, 4 groups, and they're equal because they've each got 2 shoes in. They're the same. Now, if I'm using the circles to help me, I can imagine drawing my shoes, and I know I've got 8 altogether. So if you can't see it like that, and you can't make equal groups, use the circles. Okay, so it's like we're sharing. Okay, so I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 1/4 of 8, so one of these would be 1, 2. Same there. So 1/4 of 8 is 2. Okay, this time I've got to fill in the missing number. So the first sentence says half of 12 is, and then it says 1/4 of 12 is. Well, if I'm finding half, I know 1/2 means I'm splitting it into 2 equal parts. So I've got 2 as my denominator. So if I've got a circle, and you can draw one to help you if you need to, I'm going to split it in half. So I've got 2 equal parts. If I'm finding 1/2 of 12, I'm going to share my 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 1/2 of 12 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 1/4 then. So 1/4 of 12. So we know 1/4, we're splitting it into 4. Okay, so I'm going to do another circle. I'm going to split it in half, and then I'm going to split it in half across horizontally. Okay, I'm going to share my 12 again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And this time, oh, my dot didn't appear there, I've got 3 in each group. So 1/4 of 12 is 3. Okay, so these numbers link, Luke. 1/2 of 12 is 6. Then we've halved the shape again. So 1/4 of 12 is 3. So 1/2 of 6 is 3. So they link. Okay then. If you're doing the mild version, you can stop the video now and have a go at your tasks. If you're doing the medium to hot, you need to keep on watching because today we're going to do equivalent fractions. Okay, so when we think of the word equivalent, it just means equal. Okay, so the fractions are worth the same. So when we look at the circles, here we've got 1/2. So the yellow is one section, one part of 2 altogether. Here we've got 2/4, so 2 out of a possible 1, 2, 3, 4, so 2 out of 4. Here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 out of a possible 8. But if you ignore all of the sections and all of the lines and just focus on the outer shape, so focusing on the circle, okay, you can see that 1/2 is the same as 2/4. There, look, it's the same. And it's also the same as 4/8. Okay, they're equal, they're the same. Right, you might have an activity which looks like this. It says match each bar model to its equivalent fraction. Now that sounds a bit tricky when you read it like that, but all it means is work out the fraction and match it to the number. Okay, so let's look at the first one. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 equal parts. So that's going to be my denominator. I've got 5 equal parts. And I've got 2 of them coloured in red. So I've got 2/5 on that one. Here I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 equal parts. So that's my denominator. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 of them, which is my numerator. So I've got 4/7. Oh, I found that one, Luke. So I'm going to match that one up. Now, I think I've already found my answer because I know that this one's 2/5. So I'm going to draw the line and we'll check. That one must then be 3/5. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 equal parts. So that's my denominator. And I've got 3 red parts, which is my numerator. So I've got 3/5. So we were right. So you've just got to match up with the fraction with the bar model. Okay, this one then, it says shade the bar models to represent the fractions. So you'll have a fraction on your sheet and you've got to colour in the amount shown. So this one says 3/6. Okay, so I'm going to get my pen. So I've got 6 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So my denominator is telling me that my bar model's been split into 6 equal parts. I need to shade then 3 of them. So I'm going to colour in 1, 2, 3. Okay. On the next one, I've got to shade 2/4. So 2 out of 4. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 equal parts. I need to colour in or shade 2 of them. Okie dokie, so you'll notice that 3/6 is the same as 2/4, Luke. These shapes, these bar models are the same size and the same length. Okay, they're as long as each other and I've shaded in the same amount. Now if I pop a little line here, so 3/6, oh that wasn't very good, let's try again. I'll do a straight line, eh? two quarters are the same. And what's that the same as? If I put a line down the middle, you have a little think. Showing you here, look. Oh, let's go back to it, sorry. It's the same as 1/2. Okay, so that's the same as it's split into two equal parts. They're equivalent, which means they're worth the same. Okay, this one then. So it's saying 1/2, so the top part of my bar model is showing me 1 out of a possible 2, 1/2. The bottom part of my bar model, I've got my denominator here, which tells me it's been split into 10 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so 1/2 equals, so 1/2 is equivalent to or the same as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tenths. Okay, and if you look at the numbers, well, I know that 1 is half of 2, and I know that 5 is half of 10. Okay, but they're equivalent, they're worth the same. So even though 5 and 10 are bigger numbers than 1 and 2, it's the same fraction, they're worth the exact same amount. Okay. So another activity is where you've got to shade the bar models to help you represent the equivalent fractions. So here it's saying 5/6 is the same as 10/12. So the top part of my bar model has been split into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 equal parts, which is my denominator here. So I know I need to shade in 5 of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to get a different colour. I'm shading the bottom, and I know the bottom bar model has been split into 12 equal parts, and I need to shade in 10 of them. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And you can see from the bar model, from the picture, that they are worth the same. Okay, so I'm going to stop there and let you get on with your activity. I'm sure you will do great.